Tuesday, August 1st, first day of the month. And welcome to video podcast number 32. I'm forgetting my own numbers. I think this is video podcast number 32, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it's 31. I think I already did 31, so it must be 32. Okay, as I've done with my last few videos, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give guys about maybe 15 to 20 minutes of free video content. But if you want to watch the remainder of the video, you'll have to be a Patreon subscriber. The remaining content will fall under the $10 category. The $10 category of Patreon subscribers. Again, I have $5 subscribers, $10 subscribers, $20 subscribers, and $50 subscribers on the patreon.com page below, in the description section below, patreon.com page below. You can sign up to be a Patreon subscriber. I had my best month for Patreon subscribers in July. I gained over 30 new Patreon subscribers in the month of July. So I appreciate all my new Patreon subscribers. Yeah, that's the most. I started my patreon.com page in May. So I've had 3 months worth of Patreon subscribers, month of May, month of June, and month of July. And yes, July was my absolute, by far, my best month. Because right now I got a total, I think when I checked today, I had like 57, 58, something like that. 57 or 58 Patreon subscribers. And at least 30 of those 57 or 58 subscribers became patrons of mine during the month of July, between July 1st and July 31st. So I'm really appreciative of that. As always, if you want to leave public feedback below in the comment section, If you want to give me private feedback, you can send me an inbox message through Patreon. If you're a Patreon subscriber, I have a direct inbox on Patreon. I got a direct inbox on 2 of my Facebook pages, my public Facebook page and my personal Facebook page. And email is youtube@mode1.net. youtube@mode1.net. Wait a minute. No, I take that back. I had a couple people said they wrote me through YouTube and it came back. It came back to them as undeliverable. So let me give you another email for private YouTube feedback. It would be coaching at mode1.net. Coaching at mode1.net. That's MODEONE.net. So that would be if you want to give me private feedback on my video content. Okay, I'm going to be talking about a couple subjects today. Again, the first 15-20 minutes will be available to the general public. And the remainder of the video content, you'll have to be at least a $10 subscriber to my patreon.com page. So the first portion of this video I'm going to talk about that's going to be for free is, well, my general concept of today's video content is going to be about using a woman's ego against her. Using a woman's own ego against her. You know, one of the things people who study martial arts learn is how to use people's tendencies against them. And in many cases, their own weight and their own strength against them. And if you read my original Mode 1 book, there's a section where I talk about the concept of creating erotic tension with a woman. Creating erotic tension with a woman. And how do you do that? I basically say, in simple terms, the number one way you create erotic tension with a woman is you have to leave a woman's ego at least a wee bit agitated or frustrated. You can't leave a woman egotistically satiated. Can't do that. If you want to get a woman's pussy wet, if you want to seduce a woman, can't leave a woman's ego satiated. For young guys who don't know what that term means, satiated means the same thing as satisfied, full. Like, if I gave you a whole bunch of food to the point where your stomach felt full, you felt like you couldn't eat anymore, that means your stomach is now satiated. It means it's full, it's completely satisfied. It's no longer hungry. Well, it's the same with a woman's ego, man. One of the biggest mistakes a lot of men make is they'll go out their way, either intentionally or unintentionally, they'll flatter, for example, flattering a woman excessively. When you flatter a woman excessively, you're satiating her ego. I mean, here's a lighthearted analogy I always say. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes seducing women is analogous to starting a fight with somebody or challenging someone to engage in some kind of athletic competition with you. I mean, okay, let's say, for example, if you wanted Steph Currie or LeBron James or Kyrie Irving to play you a game of one-on-one, if you were to go up to him and say, oh man, Kyrie, you are the greatest point guard ever, man. I mean, your dribbling skills are just so exceptional, man. I know I can never hang with you. Oh my God, you're just like a god on the basketball court. Oh my God, I mean, your knowledge of the game is so exceptional. Oh my God, I don't think I can handle you. Hey, by the way, would you like to play a game of one-on-one with me? Do you think Kyrie Irving is going to be motivated to engage in a one-on-one, even if he got a lot of free time? Do you think he's going to be motivated to play a game with you? 99% chance, no. Why? Because you've already told him he can whip your ass. So what's his motivation? What's his motivation? It's like if you was in a bar and you wanted to start a fight with some guy who looked like a bully, and you went up to that bully and said, hey, man, you're a big dude, man. You like got muscles on top of muscles. Man, I bet you could kick anybody's ass in this bar. Wow. I bet you are just, man, you could just beat any guy to a pulp. Hey, by the way, want to go a few rounds with me? What would be that bully's motivation to fight you and you've just satiated his ego like that? Of course, if you want to start a fight with somebody, the first thing you do is start talking trash to them. Man, you ain't shit. Look at you. You look like a little punk, man. You ain't shit. I'll whoop your ass in 60 seconds or less. You ain't shit. Now, if you talk trash to somebody who's egotistically sensitive, obviously you're going to affect their ego. Same with, again, if you wanted to challenge somebody to play you one-on-one. You know, you go up to Steph Curry and say, man, you ain't shit. I don't see why all these people give you all this attention and shit. You ain't shit. I bet you if we played one-on-one right now, dude, I'd beat you 12-2. You wouldn't be able to hang me. You wouldn't be able to stop me from going in the paint on you, man. I'd knock you over in the paint. You ain't nothing, you skinny rascal. I don't care if you are a two-time MVP, man. I'd dust you if we played one-on-one. You know Steph Curry would be affected on some level. He'd be like, who is this dude talking shit to me? And I'm Steph Curry, the two-time NBA MVP and the one-time unanimous MVP. Who's this person talking shit to me? Dude, women are the same way. Women are the same way. Whether you consciously realize it or not, women are the same way. If you approach a woman and you say, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful, golly, you're so sexy, oh my God. Oh my God, you're so drop dead gorgeous. Oh my God, I've never seen a woman as beautiful as you. Oh my God, I drink your bath water. I do anything. I take you to the greatest restaurant in the world. I buy you any materialistic gift possible. Oh my God, you're so awesome. Oh my God." Okay, now, do you think any of those compliments got that woman's pussy wet? No, it's time for my break. My second favorite flavor of vitamin water zero is called lemon squeezed. Man, I went to the store. I think I mentioned this in my previous video podcast. I went to the store and I bought, I know whoever came after me was mad. I bought 20. About 20 bottles of vitamin water zero. That's the most bottles I've ever bought in one grocery store shopping trip. I bought 15 bottles of Shine, aka strawberry lemonade, and I bought 5 bottles of Squeezed, aka lemonade. Love this stuff. Excuse me. You know, I've had some of my listeners encourage me to write vitamin water and ask for an endorsement. I might just do that. I'm going to have to research people who were successful in doing that. You know, writing different brands and soliciting an endorsement from them. Okay, I'm gonna return to that subject in my Patreon exclusive video content, but I'm gonna go on somewhat of a side note here, and I'm gonna talk about. And I know I'm speaking of agitating somebody. I'm gonna agitate some of you MGTOW guys. Here's the deal, man. Here's a simple deal. MGTOW doesn't benefit everyone. Let me repeat that. MGTOW does not benefit all men. As you know, in my book, The Beta Male Revolution, I divide men into 4 categories. 4 categories that are based on a combination of at least 2 to 3 factors. A combination on a man's level of confidence and backbone with women, his level of sex appeal, and I hate when these things pop up on my computer while I'm talking. Don't do that shit. Stop doing that shit. Fuck. Confidence and backbone. Backbone is related to how lenient you are or how hard line you are in terms of how you allow women to treat you. That's what backbone represents. Your overall level of sex appeal. And third, whether or not you have to promise women long-term monogamy and or spend money on women in order to get them to agree to have sex with you. Those are the 3 main factors that determine my 4 categories. So most of you who've read the book or listened to the audiobook know my 4 categories. But for those who haven't read that book yet, and you should get it right now after this video podcast, The Beta Male Revolution. Total alpha males. Alpha males with a few beta traits and tendencies. Beta males with a few alpha traits and tendencies, and total beta males. Now, I think out of those 4 categories, you can probably guess if you're a subscriber to the men going their own way philosophy, otherwise known as MGTOW, who do you think would least benefit from MGTOW? Yep, you guessed it. The total beta male. Why? Because for all practical purposes, if you're a total beta male, you're already being ignored by women. So how do you think you're agitating or frustrating a woman's ego by going your own way if she's already ignoring your ass right now? You see what I'm saying? If a woman's already ignoring you, how the fuck are you going to agitate or frustrate her ego by attempting to ignore her? Or ignore women in general? Total beta male, you're not, that's not going to have any effect on women. If you're in the total beta male category, you joining with the MGTOW movement is not going to have any effect on women. Now, if Brad Pitt was to join MGTOW, women would be affected. Women would be affected if Brad Pitt publicly announced that he's going MGTOW. Or any guy that's considered like a ladies' man or a womanizer, or even some tricks, guys who are just tricks, like, you know, sugar daddies or guys who spend money on a lot of women in order to get them in bed. If those types of guys were to say they're going MGTOW, that would affect women, both in the short term and definitely in the long term. That would affect women. But if you're already being ignored by women, going MGTOW ain't gonna have no effect on women. I mean, if you want to do it just for your own self-related purposes, be my guest. But if you're doing it because you think it's gonna have some kind of cause or provoke a change in how women behave towards you, you're being delusional. And here's my last piece I'll say on that before I move to my Patreon exclusive content and wrap up this free portion. So here's how you can tell if you're going to affect women in each of these four categories. If you're a total alpha male, the number one way you're going to affect women is by denying them your sexual attention and companionship. Your sexual attention and companionship. Because that's primarily, if not exclusively, what women want from you when you're a total alpha male. They want you to fuck them on a regular, semi-regular basis. They want you to fuck them. They don't really want your non-sexual attention and companionship. They just want your dick. So the number one way to affect women if you're a total alpha male is to deny women your dick. Period. That's the number one way you're going to leave a woman feeling agitated and frustrated if you're a total alpha male, is when you deny women your dick. Period. If you were to attempt to deny a woman your non-sexual attention and companionship, you ain't going to agitate or frustrate no woman because, again, that's not what she wants from you if she perceives you as a total alpha male. She don't care about your non-sexual attention and companionship. She just wants that dick. If you're an alpha male with a few beta traits and tendencies, your number one leverage with women is monogamous sexual attention and companionship. Not just sexual attention and companionship, but more specifically, long-term monogamous sexual attention and companionship. So when you deny a woman the opportunity to get you to provide her with long-term monogamous dick, you're going to agitate her and frustrate her. Like if you're an alpha male with beta traits and you were to deny a woman short-term non-monogamous dick, she ain't gonna give a fuck. She ain't gonna give a fuck. But if you deny her long-term monogamous dick, she's gonna be affected. She's gonna be frustrated. So that's your number one point of leverage. So again, total alpha males is just denying a woman dick, period, whether it's short-term, long-term, monogamous, or non-monogamous, just dick, period. Alpha male with beta traits is denying a woman long-term dick and or monogamous dick. Long-term dick and or monogamous dick. Beta male with alpha traits. Your number one leverage is a combination of your non-sexual attention and companionship and your financial generosity. Combination of your non-sexual attention and companionship and your financial generosity. So if you deny a woman those two things, you're going to leave a woman feeling agitated and frustrated. So if you've been a trick, again, like a sugar daddy type, a guy who spends a lot of wines and dines women, always offering women money in exchange for their romantic and sexual companionship, if you were to stop doing that for the next 6 months, the next year, the next 2 years, the women who want those things from you would be affected by that. They would be agitated and frustrated. Or at minimum, if you just denied them your non-sexual attention and companionship. I have a premium video called No Free Attention. You need to watch that. If you're a Patreon subscriber, No Free Attention. It centers on that concept. Denying women your non-sexual attention and companionship. Total beta male, I hate to tell you this. you don't really have any leverage with women if you're a total beta male. Because for the most part, women don't want shit from you. They definitely don't want your sexual attention and companionship at all, like at all. And for the most part, they don't really want your non-sexual attention and companionship. I mean, if they're bored and lonely, they might want it to some degree. You know, they use you as an ego boost because they know you're going to compliment them. They know you're going to be an emotionally empathetic listening ear to their problems and shit. But generally, if you're in a total beta male category, women could care less if you ignore them for a number of weeks, months, or years. They just could give a fuck. So, I heard the outside noise. That's why I was pausing like that. I was like, fuck was that? So anyway, this concludes the free portion, the general public portion of video podcast number 32. I hope this is number 32. I don't think it's number 31. I think I did 31 already. Got to be 32. Yeah. See, I'm getting old, man. I'm 54. I'm starting to lose my memory. That's why I bought Alexa. Remember when I had Alexa talking? Alexa reminds me of shit that I'm likely to forget. Anyway, the hashtag for this is no satiated egos for women. No satiated egos for women. Hashtag NO, no, satiated, SATIATED. EGOS number 4, the number 4, and then women. No satiated egos for women. No satiated egos for women. So, for those who are not Patreon subscribers, I'll talk to you the next time. For those who are Patreon.com subscribers of mine, keep watching. And because I got more under the general category of leaving a woman's ego feeling agitated and frustrated.
Yes, sir.
Say it again.
Yes, sir.
Who's the king?
Alan, you're the king.
Say it again.
Alan, you're the king. You're dominating me.
Say it again.
Alan, you're dominating me right now. Mode 1.
Mode 1. Get her go, please. You're the king.
Say it again.
Oh, king. Oh, you're the fucking king. Yes. Yes. Yes.
You're the king, Alan.
AKA the king of verbal seduction. You know, it's the tone of your voice, how seductive your intonations are, the vibrations that you could just reach out over the phone lines and stroke a woman's breast just by the sound of your voice, how you could make her pussy so wet just by the sound of your voice. That's actually very hot.
So you said my show was what?
I said your show is powerful.
Oh, say it again.
Your show is powerful.
But the king would fuck me really good.
Oh, yeah. Who's the king?
Alan Roger Currie.
Oh, yeah. Who's the king?
Alan Roger Currie. The king.
The king.
The king.